Hi, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, March the 25th, and today we're going to be working on 209 and 210. We're going to do all of this together. I already started this video one time, and in the middle of it, my battery was dying. So that's why you're going to see a little bit of it already filled in. So this is chapter 11. And we're going to do the review together. You're going to use this review page to help you on our English test on Thursday. We're going to have an English test on Thursday, and you get to use this review sheet to help you with it. Now, you can go back into the chapter and look at other pages if you like, and go back and review over the rules if you need to kind of figure out the answers. And I just wanted to let you know that we're going to do this together though. So please do not try to just rush through this. Follow along so you get the right answers, okay? So let's look at section A. It says underline the verb twice and write present, past, or future to show the tense of the verb. Well, number one, the verb was tasted. This is an action, and because it has the ed on the end, it is a past tense. So we're going to write past right here on the line. Number two, she buys whole coffee beans at the grocery store. The verb is buys. And this is something that is happening now, so it is present. So you're going to write present on the line. Number three, we will grind the coffee in a machine. You need to underline will with the main verb grind, because this will, this helping verb, shows you that this is going to happen in the future. So don't just underline grind, underline will grind, and then write future on the line. Number four, our coffee machine brews 10 cups. This is the verb brews, and brews is something that is showing present tense. And we're going to move up. Letter B says write the correct present tense verb form to complete each sentence. The main verb is attend, and we wanted to make sure that it's in present tense. That's why I circled this to remind myself. So number five, Laura attends our church. So all you have to do is put an S on the end. Number six, our pastor, the main verb is preach. This should show present tense. So our pastor preaches interesting sermons. Number seven, the children and adult choirs, the main verb is sing. So actually this is one of those that's going to stay the same, because when you read it, listen to this. The children and the adult choirs sing on Sundays. Remember back a couple pages we said whatever noun was closest to the verb determined whether or not the ending on the verb. So, and then right here, number 8, I read my Bible daily. This is going to stay the same, read. And I think I'm caught up to where I was when my battery was dying before. So let's move this down. Either Mrs. Johnson or Mr. Morris play the piano. So this one's going to say stay the same, play. And either Michelle or the boys, either the Michelle or the boys sing in the service. And this one we talked about when you have the word either. We talked about this days ago, and so this verb is going to stay as sing. And Let's go on to section C, and I'll move my page up. It says underline the correct past tense verb form twice. So the class planned a field trip to the mountains. Which one of these is correct? Yes, it's the second one. So you underline that twice. Number 12, each student collected several different types of plants. Which one is correct? That's correct. It's the second one. Corrected. This one is doing some kind of crazy spelling right in here. Number 13, they carried their samples back to school. You know that when we have a Y, we're supposed to change that Y to an I and then add the ED. Here we go. Carried. Now we're going to move up to 14 through 17. It says complete each sentence with the correct form of the verb. Professor Burke has, this is going to be something he's already done. Professor Burke has written, so it's going to be written. A new book. Yesterday, what's the form of C? Yesterday, yes, it's already passed. Yesterday, yes, it's correct. Saw. Yesterday, I saw it on the book at the bookstore. Number 16, Mom will. So this is the future. Mom will, this is going to stay the same, take me to buy one. Number 17, my teacher, that the book is excellent, is something that she's doing right now. My teacher says that the book is excellent. Okay, very good. Let's turn our page over to page 210, and I'm going to hit something and see if I can get this a little bit clearer. Oops, sorry. Push the wrong button. Okay, there it goes. All right, good. Okay, we're on section E. It says underline the subject once. Underline the subject once. So subject once. Underline the correct helping verb twice. So I'm doing this in the directions to remind myself what I'm doing. To remind myself to do both of these things. Number 18, the basketball teams. Which one of these actually is the subject? Is it basketball or is it the teams? It's the teams, that's correct. So let's underline teams one time. So teams, basketball teams, and what helping verb helps this main verb? The basketball teams will practice for weeks or had practiced for weeks. The basketball teams had practice for weeks. No, it would say had practiced. So it's not this one. It's going to be will. So let's underline will two times. Number 19, each coach. So what's the subject? Yes, coach. So underline coach one time. And each coach has chosen the lineup for his team, or each coach have chosen. It's each coach has. So underline has two times. I know it's very difficult to see my pencil. I'm going to grab a pen real quick and see if you can see that better. Okay. The winning team. What is the subject here? It's the team. So underline the team one time. Oh yeah, that's much better. Underline team one time. The winning team could become famous or the winning team was become famous? Well, obviously could is the right one. It's the one that sounds correct also. Okay, so now 21. Fill in section F, it says fill in the circle next to the correct answer. Christ chose 12 disciples to follow him, or Christ chosen 12 disciples to follow him. It's the first one. Okay, number 22. He know all about them, or he knew all about them? The answer is he knew all about them. And 23, Christ had spoken to each man, or Christ had spoke to each man? It's the first one. Christ had spoken. 24, the men have broken ties with their old lives, or the men have broke ties with their old lives? The men have broken ties with their old lives. And then 25, true disciples grow in grace and knowledge of God. True disciples grows in grace. It's going to be the first one. True disciples. Remember, we talked about this. If it's plural, then we don't need to put the S on the end. So let's, the top one. Okay. And we're almost done. Let's go on to section G. Write present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect for the underlined verb in each sentence. Now I need to stop here and talk to you about this. When many of you did this worksheet the other day, you forgot to put the word perfect. You just put past, present, or future, and you need to write the word perfect. When I grade your English test, I need you to have the word perfect if it tells you to do that in the directions. Okay? So number 26, we have baked a cake for the party. Well, this is a little tricky one. Remember, if it said has or have in front of the main verb, then it is present tense. So this is present. Present perfect. Don't forget to put perfect. And then 27, Krista had decorated tables before we arrived. Had decorated is past perfect. Number 28, Bailey has poured the punch into the cups. The rule, remember, if you have has or have in front of the main verb, then it is present. So this is present perfect. And then 29, by the time we leave, we will have eaten too much food. This little word right here is the giveaway. Will have eaten, it is the future. So this is future perfect. And let's move on down to the very last section. It says, underline the word in each sentence that has a prefix or a suffix. Pre is at the beginning of the root word and suffix is at the end. Fill in the circle next to the correct meaning of the word you underlined. Josh dislikes having asthma. Okay, so it says underline the word that has a prefix or suffix. So this one right here, dislikes. Dislikes means what? That he doesn't like, right? It's this meaning right here. Number 31, he is unhappy. Unhappy. What does unhappy mean? It means not happy. Number 32, Josh thinks his doctor is wonderful. The suffix right is right here, full, because the root word is wonder. So this is the word you need to underline. And what does wonderful mean? Full of wonder. And then 33, his doctor is a specialist. Special is the root word, or the main, the root word, and ist is the suffix. So what is a specialist? Let's underline this first. What is a specialist? One who specializes